Hey guys, how are you? One of the things that I have decided to do is to start creating videos. I'm going to try to see if I can pull out one every day or one every other day. I want to give you something that is meaningful, something that is helpful, and not just something that comes out of my heart because I think at this moment, although we need that, we also need to be focused in what we need to do in our business. There's a lot of information out there on a daily basis, and I'm hoping that you guys are following that so you are aware of what's going on. What I'm going to try to do is how can we take all that into our business and become resilient about it, to create a strategy, to create a platform where when this is over, because it will be over, we are on a really good position. So with that, I created this video, and I have my bullet points on the back of the phone. So I'm sure I'm not getting off track because when I start talking, then I can start talking about many other things. So number one, resilience, the ability of individuals to adapt successfully in the face of stress, trauma, or adversity. Outcome of successful adaptation to adversity. Okay, very important, each word on this one. Outcome, successful, adaptation, adversity. So we have the adversity, that is clear, that is evolving, that is changing every day, and we don't know for how long it's going to be. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Honestly, I'm not going to tell you because I don't know. But what I know is that we can work in different things. We can work in the first three parts: in the outcome, in the successful, and in the adaptation. We need to create that for myself and for my team or my teams, depending on your company. Small business owner, you may have one team or two teams. If you're working by yourself, self-employed, it's your mindset, and it's going to be very important. So when I'm talking, I already said mindset. These are two things that we're going to be working today in this video. One is going to be mindset, the other one is going to be scenarios. So first, the mindset. Okay, we need to manage our emotions and behaviors. We need to make sure that it's in an adaptive way to deliver good outcome. So we need to understand our feelings. We need to understand our emotions. In a current situation, it's going to be playing a big role. Our emotions, our feelings, how are we understanding them, especially when it comes to communication. There's a lot of communication. As leaders, we're going to have a narrative these days. And if it's not matching our emotions, it's not matching our feelings, then the message, the communication is going to be mixed. And we don't want to create more chaos than the one that it is out there. So be vigilant and understandable of others. Put yourself in their shoes. I mean, there's a lot of empathy that we need to be doing. So our mindset has to be around this concept of understanding my emotions, understanding my behaviors, my feelings. How am I communicating? Is it the right time to communicate? So that's very important. Am I just seeing it from my perspective, or I'm taking everybody else's perspective too? Am I understanding the whole situation? And that's part number one. The second part is scenarios. Let's create some scenarios. And I know everybody, or a lot of you, are creating some financial scenarios, and that's fine. And we need that to get through. But the biggest scenario when you're doing scenario planning is that you really need to know what's the outcome. How do you see yourself once this is over? Because it will be over. So I'm going to have the process, the structure, the people in the right mindset, in the right way to react fast and properly. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm not leaving anything out. So the vision of your scenario has to be at the end, not what is going to go through. What is going to go through, that's the financial scenario. But we have a lot of process, a lot of work, a lot of people that we need to make sure that we're working with them. So when we are over with this scenario, we are ready to to react better, to have to, to understand where the business will be at the end of the threat, okay, where it's going to be at the end of the threat, create the best strategy possible through these times. So once we get our financial scenarios and we know which one, we're going to have probably 3 or 4 scenarios, select one. Okay, select one. Okay, this is the one that I think is going to be most likely for my business. Once you select that, let's create a very smart strategy around that. Not just for the KPIs and the financial numbers, but for the behaviors, human conduct, process, everything that involves in your business. It's very important that you get that. Do not get discouraged. You're going to make mistakes, and there's going to be setbacks, and we need to go back to the drawing table, and we need to relook at it again and redo it. This is new. We don't know, so we need to understand that we're going to be in this for the next days, weeks, I don't know. You're not alone. We're here to help. If you need any help with this, please contact me. Send me a message. Something. We will find a way to work together and clear these things. And the